Oh, this Mike, NoStressMike.com. I want to, first, I'm not going to explain what happened to me. You have to do your research on it. You're going to be seeing a lot. I'm going to look like this in a lot of videos. Okay, but anyway, one of the things that I learned, okay, I'm in the natural health. And I'm not just talk. And I don't just say that I'm in natural health. It's a lifestyle that I practice. And it continued. And I want to share with you something that I've learned. And I never thought about it before. And I tell people all the time, you need to learn something in natural health. And the more you learn, the more you can practice. And who are you going to practice on? Your spouse and your family. And those are the most important people in the world. But I tell you, it's so rewarding when you help others. And this, what happened to me, is a good example. And I'm going to explain to you how it works. One thing, natural healers enjoy serving others, enjoy helping others. That's just the way we are. And like I say, we do it because that's one thing about natural health. The more experience you get, the more you learn. And it's not like these people get the certificates and stuff. These people, they have to learn so much to get the certificate, and that's it. You don't do any more than that, or you'll lose your certificate. So there's no room for learning. Natural health, it's completely opposite. You just start learning. And like I say, the more you learn, or the more you do, the more you learn. Now, firstly, let's talk money. Everybody's always worried about money. Okay, a natural healer, more than likely you're not going to get rich. And if a natural healer is getting rich, I would have to question what's going on. And I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying it's a rarity. Now, I'm lucky just to make enough to pay my expenses. Now, as I get older, I'm wiser, much more experienced. I know much more. It's a lot easier to meet those expenses, those traveling expenses. Excuse me. I'm still recovering from this. And, but what you need to do, if you choose to do natural healing, especially to the extent I am, I say I just don't push it on others and then call for a doctor when something goes wrong with me. And I'll tell you, what happened to me, a real, honest goodness, physical therapist. I mean, the people, that the doctors and hospitals, they tell you to go to. You lift your leg this way, you do this stretch, you do this kind of stuff. If they were real physical therapists. If they really knew what they were doing, not just get that certificate. And I'll tell you, they're not going to do this, but I'm just going to tell you what they should be doing. But a real physical therapist, but come to find out, I guess that's what I am. But a real physical therapist knows what's going on in your body. And a real physical therapist can lead you to which doctor you need to go to. A real physical therapist can read your body. I tell you, I'm so ashamed of our physical therapists in the United States. And they should be ashamed of themselves. All they are is servants of the medical community. That's all they are. A real physical therapist, we'll just use me as an example. A real physical therapist ought to be able to pick up my arm, my elbow, my wrist, whatever it is that's bothering me. They'll be able to pick it up, hold it, move it around, and they can tell you what is wrong. They should be able to. I really can't, to tell you the truth. I can't tell you what's wrong. I can tell you how to fix it. I don't really care what the hell it is. All I know is not right. I want it gone. But see, they need to learn what it is so they can turn it into the insurance. And the doctor will tell them, you do this, you do that. And you need to do a whole hell of a lot more than that. I'm going to give you, okay, I'll use me for an example. My shoulder's boogered up. And doctors, medical community, all they know is my shoulder. And my shoulder is the least of my problems. That's going to heal. It's going to take time, but it's going to heal. I've got other issues I got to deal with. They have no idea what the hell those are. That tells you how screwed up the system is. And a therapist, a good physical therapist, ought to be able to go to, I say, my arm, raise my arm and say, well, this is what's wrong with your arm. And then just follow that right on down to all the other stuff that's going on. They ought to be able to push. They ought to be able to have you move, push points on the body, have you move your body, because they ought to know and understand how the muscles, the structure, the bone structures, the cartilage, the ligaments, tendons. They don't know how all that stuff works. They don't need no machines telling them all this crap. And then they should be able, from that, direct you to where you need to go to get the results that you need, that you really need. And I thought it was funny. I had x-rays done, and the x-rays, it lets you know how screwed up they are. They say, oh, your shoulder's messed up. I go, yeah, how about this, how about that, how about that? Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Bullshit. I know there's something wrong with it. And I say, a good physical therapist could, you can look at me. And the way I stand, the way I walk, and a good physical therapist can know a lot just by that. And like I said, once they lay hands on you, and they can tell you stuff. And so the evaluation, they x-rayed, and then they read the x-rays. And then they told me, they suggest I get a doctor. I go, okay, great. I knew this was going to happen. That's the way the whole system is set up. And, they pass you around to everybody. And the doctor said, Oh yeah, something wrong with your shoulder. Oh no shit. Yeah, and now I don't read X-rays, but I could read X-rays long enough to see there's something wrong with my shoulder. And so then he wanted to put me in a body harness, and and I know that's what I'm saying. The doctor doesn't. He only knows that much. We're back to the physical therapist. That's why the physical therapist would send you to the proper doctor. But this guy didn't know shit. And then so he said, "Oh, I need you need the harness." He didn't even mention this. He didn't even mention this. It was the body harness. But I say, and then typical doctor, medication. Why? They don't know shit. They were taught by the pharmaceuticals, so all they know is medicine. And that medicine is toxins. The last thing I need in my body is toxins. I need to heal. I need to get my body going, get it going, get it healing itself. And so medication. What kind of medication? Of course, pain pills and muscle relaxers. Of course. I guess I'd make a doctor then. I already know. I know all this stuff. But they don't work. If I did that, if I took pain pills and muscle relaxers, I would get partial of my body back and what I lost. And then I'm going to lose more because of the toxins I'm putting in. In other words, I'm going to be getting old and feeble, and that's why old people, a lot of times they get stupid. They don't think right because they got so much crap, toxins in their brain. They can't think. They can't function. That's why. And so he was way off. But that's what I'm saying. A physical therapist, really, if you got balls and you really care for people as a physical therapist, you will get out and you will learn more than what you were taught. You weren't taught shit. You were just taught to do what you're told, and piss on that. Learn more about how the body works, and even if you have to specialize in shoulders, you know what I mean. But like I say, you ought to be able to take any part of the body and figure out how it works, and know and understand. And that's what makes a good physical therapist. When my wife was in the hospital, they had a physical therapist coming in every other day. I have 3 physical therapists working on me each day for the first 4 or 5 days. This is day 5 for me. And today I'll only have one therapist work on me today. What kind of therapist do you think that's going to be? Hoi Chi. And that's because I need, the Hoi Chi is really, that's what it is, a physical therapist that I can do physical therapy, but it's a different way. But I say, people don't have to move and stuff like that. You just lay there, I find it. And that's basically what I'm doing now. But I say I've had all kinds of massage and all these types of stuff. I always had, I say 3 a day for 4 days. That's what I've had. And I've been learning so much about my body. You continue learning. And that's what the physical therapist needs to be doing. Learn more. You can become so inspirational to people. This Mike, NoStressMike.com.